Dependable,
Hello, everyone. Hello, and I trust and
dependable
believe we're all
girl.
doing well. I'm gonna try to make
It
this
doesn't
brief,
matter
but
what
this is
comes
just
my
something that
way, you
I think
are
I've had a lot
still
of
born.
conversations around it recently, and I just thought I should throw it out there too.
Intentional,
So, a lot of times we
intentional
get
girl.
very comfortable with the fact that people always show
Everything
up
is
for us,
working out for
right?
my good.
And normally one would think that
Dependable,
for
dependable
someone who
girl.
always shows up,
It
or
doesn't
who is always
matter
present,
what
or who is
comes
always
my way,
available,
you are
if for some
still
reason they're not
girl.
available, one would think that
Yeah, yeah. Intentional,
others will quickly step in to
intentional
check on
girl.
or to reach out or to make sure that everything is okay, right? That's
Everything is
supposed to be the
working
right thing
out
to
for
do, to make sure that that person who is always available, or you know who is always there. You can't, the person didn't show up, or the person is acting out of character. I would think that we we would quickly check on that person, or we would reach out, or we would just to make sure they're okay. Sometimes it really could be nothing, right? But to be on the safe side, it's better to check. Unfortunately, the trend that I am seeing, and what I have been hearing a lot of, is people tend to instead get comfortable with one's presence or too much availability, and that when the person is not available, they get upset. And that's because they have become so entitled. I want to address this on both sides, okay? So now, on the side of the people who are getting entitled, honey, how dare you get upset because somebody didn't show up for you the way you expected them to show up? If you search yourself genuinely, do you, or are you able to give out what you are expecting from that person? Are you always there for that person like they are for you? Your good conscience should tell you instead that if this person is not available and that is out of character, you should get out of your way to go make sure they're doing okay and be of support to them if they need your support. If they're okay, then you can tell them, well, I would have I would have expected you to at least either reach out to me or say something, or whatever it is, have a conversation with them. Give them the benefit of the doubt, right? But everyone is entitled to their time. Everyone is entitled to their space. Everyone is entitled to their energy, their money, whatever it is, their resources. So if somebody chooses to use them on you, you should appreciate it. And if they're not able to, it should be okay. You're not their responsibility. No, you're not. Especially if you're not their responsibility. They have responsibilities of their own. Now let's go to the person to the people on the other side, the ones who are always readily available and stuff, right? We need to set boundaries. We need to set real expectations and real boundaries, because sometimes we kind of encourage these people to become very dependent and very dependent on us and very reliant on our availability for them. When you are 100%, it's like you can go out of your way and you break. That's usually not too good. Sometimes you need to set realistic boundaries. There has to be a limit. Even if you want to go above and beyond, you still have to, within the confines of your above and beyond, set a certain expectation and have, everyone understand that it is not a right and you're doing it by choice. Am I saying that it is wrong to be a good person? No. Am I saying that it is wrong to go above and beyond? No. Am I saying that it is okay for people to take advantage of anybody? No. But when we start to see this trend going on, we need to start taking back our power. If you see that giving off too much of anything anyway is a problem. So we always have to moderate everything. Because when you start doing too much, it becomes a problem for you. People start to expect a lot. And then it becomes a problem when you can't meet up. Not that it was supposed to be a right or anything, but that's just life. But for somebody who is always present and doesn't show up, please, one human being to another, reach out to them, check up on them, give people the benefit of the doubt. Go out of your way for them, especially if it's people who, are always there. You call them your people. They're typically family. Family is not only blood. You call them family. And then you don't see them at a time when you're supposed to see them, or when you tend, like they're always, they're the ones you would always know, okay, they will show up. Because sometimes those people who seem extremely happy, or who always present like they're doing great and happy and always bubbly and always out there, they have their own issues and they're going through a lot. A lot of those givers and a lot of those people who put themselves out there for others hardly have the space to be vulnerable with others, because again, like we said, they put out too much of themselves. Everyone dumps on them. So when you see them snap, please check up on them. People are going through a lot. It could be anything happening. Before you pass judgment, before you make a decision, before you write anybody off for something that really and truly you're not entitled to, communicate. Reach out. And even if you think that what they did was wrong, be the bigger person. Because sometimes when people are going through stuff, they're not at their full capacity to process everything. So if we are meant to hold each other's hand and stand with each other and build each other up, it requires tolerance. It requires patience. It requires forgiveness. It requires clean and clear and respectful conversations. It requires empathy. It requires love, and real, genuine love. It requires support. So please, 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 let us go back to the drawing board and revisit the circumstances in our lives. And remember, no one is responsible for you. You are responsible for yourself. But if you're going to build a community, then you have to give out. You have to put out what you expect to receive. All right. Talk to you again soon. God bless you.